You've put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating a storefront that lights you up, serves your clients well, and contributes significantly to the community you love. You are my hero, and I affectionately call you a rebel woman. Hey there, my name is Melissa Rose, a brick and mortar business owner with a handful of kiddos and a few passion projects that I head up like this one. I'm also your visibility coach and consultant for a service-based business like yours. I'm passionate about helping small business owners thrive in their community and become the only option in town for their industry. In this podcast, we're going to share the nitty-gritty of running a successful brick and mortar business by sharing stories, talking strategies, and learning practical tips to run a kick-ass business. Ready to be inspired, empowered, and equipped to create the small business of your dreams? Let's get real.
Welcome to the 200th episode of Brick and Mortar Visibility. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are a special group. Let's just say that. 200. That's like almost 4 years, you guys. Coming in every week, sharing with you tips, tools, and strategies that I have learned in my business to help you in yours. And I am super excited about today's episode, as I am every week. I shared with you last week that I come in live every week. I don't really batch my episodes unless I am genuinely going out of town, because I like to come in with what's working right now. And today's episode is going to feature more retention, how to keep your clients longer, how to make sure you are serving them in the best possible way. So much of this podcast has been about visibility, getting your name out there, ways to get your name out there, or your brand out there, I should say. And we're just going to take a step back because we are coming into 2024, and I have been listening and talking to business owners. And it is very much, how are we going to keep our clients? We are going into a season that there's financial uncertainty. People are making decisions, closer decisions, or paying more attention to the decisions of what they're making and how they're spending their money and where that money is going to. So we need to, as business owners, be creative, be resourceful, and be super intentional about retaining our clients. So that's what this episode is going to be all about. Before we dive in, thank you to all of those of you who have left iTunes reviews. Thank you so much. I would love it if you have not to leave an iTunes, Apple, I want to say Google all the time, but leave an Apple review. That would mean the world to me, and that way I can shout you out. Today's PSA is back to our usual. Go to your Google business profile, grab your most popular social post from the past week, and bring it over into your Google business profile. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to grab your Google business profile and make it active by going to msmelissarose.com/deals and grabbing my workshop. And that workshop will give you the step-by-step tutorial on what to do, so you know how to take advantage and optimize all the bells and whistles that Google gives us so that we can be found. I am part of a collaboration that's happening in January, and I am reaching out to other studio owners to invite them to be part of this workshop. And I am getting so much information for when I speak about being the only option in town, because so many business owners do not take advantage of their Google business profile. And you guys, it's that first impression. It genuinely is. It shows so much about your business if that is not being optimized. So please, please grab that workshop. It's completely free. It's about 35 minutes long, and I literally walk you through the step-by-steps so that you can be the only option in town for your industry. And whether you have a brick and mortar or not, you need to have your Google business profile. Okay? All right, we are going to dive in. As brick and mortar business owners, and specifically those of you that have reoccurring clients, it is genuinely a challenge to keep them longer than a year. Many times people will try something for 6 months or a year, especially if you have a service like I do that is session-based or yearly-based. And then people try it and then they leave. And in my studio, so I'm going to speak very specifically to my business, what I am doing right now, and my struggles, my overcomings, my shortfalls, what I have been learning. And I need you to, if you don't have a studio business like mine, take it for what it's worth and apply it where it makes sense for you. So for my business, I set myself apart, which is important. You always want to try to set yourself apart by offering 6-week sessions for busy families. And that has been so awesome and so awful at the same time. What's been awesome is families absolutely love it because the kiddo can try a 6-week tap class and then they can go into another class, or they can take 6 weeks off for soccer and then swimming and then come back again. Super great for families, super hard for the business owner because the fluctuation in enrollment. So we are learning, and we have tweaked and fixed and tweaked, but one of the things in my gut that I knew I needed to do or should do was create an auto enrollment requirement, just like I do with my monthly classes. So my monthly classes are not monthly, it's for the full season. You pay monthly, but when you sign on, you're basically signing on for the full year. Of course you can leave anytime, but most people stick around for the full year because that's what the commitment is, or what they're signing up for. With our 6 weeks, we were not doing that. So I didn't have an auto-enroll program for my 6-week sessions, and the variation in numbers was huge. It just was really becoming a headache because it wasn't consistent. So I lean into my team a lot. And my one person that I lean in super big is my admin. She is a mom of 4. She is my age. I adore her. I respect her. I honor her. I love her. And I really value her opinion as a mom as well, okay? And she sees all the inside stuff of the business. So I asked her about a year ago, I really think I should do this. As most people, well, I'm signing up for a 6-week session, so I'm signing up for a 6-week session. I don't want to be enrolled automatically because that's not what I signed up for. If you want to say sign up for the year and you pay every 6 weeks, then that's what it should be. And so I agreed with that. I go, yep, that's kind of how I feel about it. However, I see the back end office of my numbers going up and down. And I'm like, this has got to change. And I know it comes down to communication. How is this going to be all worded out? So that's what it all comes down to. Wording this very clearly and delicately so that it actually becomes a no-brainer for our families. So it was worded in a way that people would be, of course you're going to auto-enroll us. Of course. And the 3 bonuses that we ended up using in our studio was, number 1, you are VIP status. Once you enroll in our program, you are family. And we very much have that value. We're called the Dancing House. So you're very much part of the family. You are the family. You get VIP status. So if you want to change your classes or move to a different class, we are going to do everything in our power to do that. The second thing in the bullet points of 3 perks is that we understand you are really busy. So these are families with kiddos 7 and under. Okay, for those of us that are past that point, we look at those families and go, oh my gosh, I remember I was so busy, so busy. And we understand you're busy. So we want to take away the hassle of logging into your account, picking out the classes, figuring it out, juggling the schedule. We'll just automatically enroll you in the next session. All right, creating a hassle-free process for you. And then number 3 is the payment isn't due now until the first week of the 6-week session. So currently, if you register, let's say today is December 4th, and our next 6-week session doesn't start until January 9th. The way we used to do it is registration's open, sign up. I don't know about you, but I know I like to hang on to my cash as long as possible. And I am that mom signing up for football, paying for the football gear the night it's due, because that's just the way I do things. And I'm thinking a lot of people are like me, right? As a business owner, yes, it's open for registration, but most people aren't going to sign up until the day before because that's when the payment is due. So we're offering this, not necessarily flexibility, but it gives people a larger window. So rather than signing up right now for session 3 that starts in January 9th, so that's like a month away, we're saying we're going to put you in that spot. We're going to put you in that next class. We're going to save your spot there, and we'll charge your account on the Monday the session starts. So it gives them another month to wait for payment. Those are the 3 bullet points. Those are the 3 reasons that we are doing this for you to help you. If you want to unenroll, you have to go through an exit survey. And that is what is key here. We do this with our monthly classes, is an exit survey, but we were not doing it with our 6-week sessions. And we needed to implement this so that we could understand how to serve our people better. So the key to the survey is it has to be super easy for people to do, and it cannot be long. If you're going to ask me to fill out an exit survey that's 10 questions long, I'm going to scream, because I just don't want you charging my account, because we're not enrolling. We signed up for a 6-week session. So I'm really sensitive to what my families want, but also paying attention to the business. So I want to talk about this exit form. It is literally, technically, I think 4 things. You have to put your name, your email, why you are leaving, and is there anything we could have done better? And it is super short. It's full. It's its only tab. Okay, so right next to classes on our website, we have withdrawal form, and then we talk about staff and whatever. But it's super easy to find and super easy to fill out. It's also time stamped. All right, it's connected to a sheet, a Google Sheet, so that's time-stamped. So that way I know for sure that you filled out the form on Sunday, so when we run the auto pay on Monday, you are not charged. And if you were accidentally and we messed up, then we refund you. But if you filled out that form on Monday at 9 a.m., auto pay goes through at 6 a.m., sorry, you missed it. All right, so that gives it that timestamp for us to protect both parties. And yes, there is a little bit more manual transactions here. Okay, despite everything being automated, this is something that we are taking a step back and doing a little bit more manually to offer those families some flexibility in payment, but also to understand why they are leaving, because nothing is more frustrating than having great SEO, great word of mouth, fabulous reviews, great teaching staff, and your numbers are going down and you don't know why. So that is why the exit form is so vital, because we can find out what are people wanting or missing and how we can fix it. And I have talked about a lot on this podcast of how we are very intentional about reaching out to our newer clients after first few weeks to connect with them and see how we, what their first impressions are, what we could do better. That's how we get our Google reviews. So I'll try to connect that in the podcast here about how we get our Google reviews, because that's not just asking. It's a beautiful process that we have. With this exit form, it gives people just a really non-filtered way to just say, and one person did. They said, I felt the communication could have been better with this class. And I was like, okay, good. Thank you. That was helpful and good to know. But most people, there's giving them reason. It's a busy season, or we're choosing to take December off because of family and holidays. It's helpful. So the same thing comes into play with my online business, which is my consulting business. And that is asking them to fill out an exit survey as well. And it will be the same thing. I do this when I first onboard people. What would make it a win? What are you looking for? And what would make it a win? Like, I ask them 3 questions there. Like, I don't remember what they all are right now, but one of them is like, what are you expecting, but what would blow your mind? So that way I can do that as well, like kind of get an insight of what their expectation of working together is. But then we also want to do that on the back end. Yes, you can let me know you're not working with me. You have to fill out this Google form, and then you will not be charged anymore. And I will honor the commitment of our time together with what you paid for. So that is for online and offline. But now this potentially should help you retain clients. Number 1, there's a bit of a barrier for people to just quit. Yes, they may want to quit, but their credit card is going to be charged if they don't fill out that exit survey. So it protects you as a business owner. And I get it. It's hard for me to be that way. Like, well, so-and-so said they were leaving and not coming back. You have to fill out that exit form. Otherwise, we will charge your account. It takes 3 seconds. I'll do it right here with you. As business owners, as small business, we are going to serve and we are going to show up for our clients, but we also need to protect our bottom line. Otherwise, we're not going to be in business. If you are interested in the email that I have crafted for my clients about the VIP auto enrollment program, just DM me, email, and I will get you a copy of that email so that you can take it and make it your own. I really want to help and serve, and I know that retention is a big part of that, as well as being the only option in town. And that brings me to my next offer. For those of you that want help getting to be the only option in town, I have an offer on the table that I'm super excited about. As you know, I am super passionate about my brick and mortar business owners. If we don't have brick and mortar businesses in our community, in our downtown, our community suffers. It doesn't help the real estate. It doesn't help people want to come here. It doesn't help the taxes for our school systems and all the stuff. So we need our brick and mortar business owners to thrive and be the only option in town in their industry. So I'm here to help you. I am picking one lucky brick and mortar business owner to be my client for 3 months. What do you get? You get 3 blog posts focusing on SEO, to help you stand out. I'm also going to optimize your Google business profile and update it for 3 months, 12 weeks. I will update it weekly so that it is being fully optimized. And then I will help audit and give you tips, tools, and strategies to optimize your social media handles. I am not going to do your social media for you. However, I will help optimize and give you tips. I will coach you on what you need to do to make sure it's working for you in the best possible way. So this package is valued at over $1,000 for one lucky brick and mortar business owner. So if you want to apply, yes, you need to apply. Click the link below. Work with me for free. And you must apply by December 10th, and I am picking one lucky business owner on December 15th. And I wish you luck, because this is what I love to do. I love, love, love helping my brick and mortar business owners be seen, being super visible, being big, bold, and brave out in their community, and getting the foot traffic coming in their door, getting clients coming in their door, experiencing their amazing services so that brick and mortar business owner can live a full life and not be stressed out about who's coming in the door next. So let's retain our clients longer by the strategy that we talked about today on the podcast, and let's get even more clients in the door in 2024. All right, you all, that's a show. That's an episode. It's our 200th episode. So shout it out on your network. Tag the Ms. Melissa Rose, and I will shout you out on mine. Leave an Apple iTunes review so I can shout you out on the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you here same time, same place next week. Peace. Bye-bye.